A reading from the book of Wisdom, chapter 5. On that day, someone righteous, full of confidence, will stand before those who oppressed him and made light of his labors. They will be amazed to see him safe and will tremble with terrible fear. Then they will regret what they did, and groaning in anguish they will say to each other, "This is the one we made fun of. We thought he was a joke. What fools we were. We thought he was crazy to live the way he did, and when he died, we didn't honor him. And now, here he is, one of God's own children, with a place of his own among God's people. We were the ones who wandered off the right road. We never lived in the light of righteousness. We never caught the first glimmer of its light. All our lives, we wandered across unmarked deserts instead of following the road which the Lord wanted us to travel. And this lawlessness led us to ruin. We were so proud of ourselves. We bragged about how rich we were. And now, what good has it done us? All those things are gone now. They have disappeared like a shadow, like something you hear and then forget. A ship sails across the waves of the ocean, but when it is gone, it leaves no trace. You cannot tell it was ever there. A bird flies through the air, but leaves no sign that it has been there. It speeds along, riding through the thin air by the force of its wings, leaving behind no trace of its passing. An arrow splits the air when it is shot at a target, but at once the air closes up behind it, and no one can tell where it passed. It is the same with us. We were born, and then we ceased to be. We left no sign of virtue behind us. We were destroyed by our wickedness. What hope do wicked people have? Only the hope of straw, blown about in the wind. The hope of ocean foam that disappears in the storm. The hope of smoke in the breeze. Their hope lasts no longer than our memory of a guest who stays one day and leaves the next. But the righteous live on forever. The Lord will reward them. The Most High will protect them. He will give them royal splendor and a magnificent crown. He will shield them with his powerful arm. He will go out into battle, determined to defeat his enemies and use the creation itself as a weapon. Righteousness will be his armor. Genuine justice will be his helmet. Holiness will be his invincible shield. He will sharpen his stern anger into a sword, and the forces of nature will join him in battle against those who are foolish enough to oppose him. Bolts of lightning will strike right on target, as if the Lord had made a bow out of the clouds and was shooting arrows. Hailstones will beat down on his enemies with terrible force. The oceans and rivers will come rushing over them in a devastating flood. Great windstorms will blow them away like straw. Lawlessness will be the ruin of the whole world. Evil actions will cause governments to fall. The word of the Lord. A reading from the book of Wisdom, chapter 6. So then, you kings, you rulers the world over, listen to what I say and learn from it. You govern many lands and are proud that so many people are under your rule. But this authority has been given to you by the Lord Most High. He will examine what you have done and what you plan to do. You rule on behalf of God and His kingdom, and if you do not govern justly, if you do not uphold the law, if you do not live according to God's will, you will suffer sudden and terrible punishment. Judgment is especially severe on those in power. Common people may be mercifully forgiven for their wrongs, but those in power will face a severe judgment. The Lord of all is not afraid of anyone, no matter how great they are. He Himself made everyone, great and common alike, and He provides for all equally. But He will judge the conduct of rulers more strictly. It is for you, mighty kings, that I write these words, so that you may know how to act wisely and avoid mistakes. These are holy matters, and if you treat them in a holy manner, you yourselves will be considered holy. If you have learned this lesson, you will be able to defend yourselves at the judgment. So then, make my teaching your treasure and joy, and you will be well instructed. Wisdom shines bright and never grows dim. Those who love her and look for her can easily find her. She is quick to make herself known to anyone who desires her. Get up early in the morning to find her, and you will have no problem. You will find her sitting at your door. To fasten your attention on wisdom is to gain perfect understanding. If you look for her, you will soon find peace of mind, because she will be looking for those who are worthy of her, and she will find you wherever you are. She is kind and will be with you in your every thought. Wisdom begins when you sincerely want to learn. To desire wisdom is to love her. To love her is to keep her laws. To keep her laws is to be certain of immortality. Immortality will bring you close to God. This desire for wisdom can prepare you to rule a kingdom. So then, you that rule the nations, If you value your thrones and symbols of authority, honor wisdom so that you may rule forever. I will tell you what wisdom is and how she came to be. I will not keep anything secret. I will trace her history from the beginning and make knowledge of her open to all. I will not ignore any part of the truth. No jealous desire to guard my own knowledge will make me hold back anything. Wisdom has nothing in common with such an attitude. No, indeed. The more wise people there are, the safer the world will be. A sensible king can be depended on to give his people this kind of security. So then, learn what I am about to teach you, and you will profit from it. The word of the Lord.